Okay, hello and welcome to the ME2GO Club podcasts. And today we're here with our good partners and friends, Melitta Coffee Professional Solutions, represented by Ray Ebert. First of all, hi Ray.
Hi, how are you doing?
Really good having you here. And as we always say in this industry, first let's know the people before we're talking business. So it would be great to know you, Ray, a little bit better. So maybe you can share with us your background and what you're up to.
Yeah, my background is I'm coming from Horeca, so I was working many years in Germany at different hotels and restaurants as a manager. And since approximately 13 years, 14 years, I'm now in Middle East. From this time, I spent nearly 11 with Rational, a big German manufacturer for combi ovens. And since 2 years, I'm with Melitta now.
Awesome. So I know that you live here in the UAE, right? And in the lovely place Al Ain, and you travel quite a lot around the region, right?
Like this, most of the time I'm in these days outside, so I can't enjoy the rain in UAE.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So again, today we're here to talk a bit about coffee, right? And coffee is something that is relevant for everyone across different channels and different type of retail locations, and everywhere people go, they prefer to drink coffee. And I see now coffees in random places, right? So you cannot step anywhere without finding a coffee offer, and which is a great thing. I personally love it. So
Absolutely.
maybe you can share a little bit about kind of Melitta globally, what kind of brand it is, because I know that some people know Melitta from other businesses, not necessarily for coffee machines, right?
That's correct. But Melitta is much more than only coffee machines. So I should go maybe a little bit in the history. Melitta is, I would say, quite old company. Started in 1908, so more than 115 years now. With a lady, her name was Melitta, and she was the inventor of the filter bags. So if in these days you are going to have your V60 somewhere, it's somehow because of Miss Melitta. She was inventing this technology long ago. And then after seeing the potential, they start to produce these filter bags. Later on, when the company was founded, they produced some small gadgets for home use for the coffee. Then they bought the first coffee roastery, and then I believe it was also initiated from the Olympic Games in Germany. They start to produce professional coffee machines. So in these days, I would say Melitta is somehow unique, that we have everything from A to Z related to coffee. So we are producing the filters, which you can find in your supermarkets, and you will find next to it the Melitta coffee range. And then you can go to electronic shops and you will find small household coffee machines. And then when you go in one of the fast food restaurants or in a hotel, then it will most properly or hopefully made with a Melitta coffee machine, and it's a Melitta coffee beans. So we are not only a coffee machine manufacturer, we are much more. As the name already says, we are a professional coffee solution provider. We have the beans as one of, I would say, the top 6 coffee roasters worldwide. And we are also in one of the top 4 full automatic coffee machine manufacturers.
Awesome, awesome, and I'm very grateful to that invention of filter bags because I do use them almost daily in my life. That's really great. So yeah, it's quite fascinating, right? So from home brewing solutions all the way to professional solutions, be that a small kind of home equipment or it's professional big coffee machine. So the range is wide, really wide. I'm curious about the roasting though. So you roasting your beans in Germany only, or there are other facilities?
No, we have, of course, the main roastery in Germany, but Melitta has also a roastery in America and in Brazil, and with Coffee Corsini, um, another one in Italy.
Okay, perfect. And I know that you have one of the very big clients of yours is McDonald's for the machines, and I think they like mostly around the globe they use Melitta machines. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say approximately 70% market share worldwide with McDonald's.
Perfect, perfect. Then the question is why? Why so? What's so different? Why? How you convinced such a large player to get your machines and not someone else?
Yeah, I would say the main or the key point is the quality of the machine. So Melitta, as a family-owned company, is not compromising in components. So it doesn't matter from, let's say, the smallest to the biggest machine. We are using only stainless steel brew pumps, and we are using only stainless steel grinders, which are very important to reduce breakdowns for the machines, to ensure uh, quality, stability. So in means from the coffee himself, from the taste, and also from the amount of the liquid inside the cup. And Melitta is holding several patents on the machine. One of the important is maybe some micro sieve which we have, and with this micro sieve, we are achieving, let's say, a better taste in the cup with less coffee quantity.
Interesting. So yeah, there are a few technical solutions that you mentioned, right? So
Yeah,
in terms of the parts inside, it's quite interesting, right? Because when you're opening a coffee machine for cleaning or whatever, for many other brands, you will see a lot of plastic parts.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
saying that in your case, it's not plastic, it's stainless steel, right?
Yes, yeah, we try to avoid plastic much as we can. Of course, it's not possible 100%. But if you lift, for example, a Melitta coffee machine, it will be quite heavy, so approximately 50 kg and more. So, and if you lift any other of the competition, especially in the smaller range, then some of them are not even half of the weight because they have some plastic brew groups, and plastic brew groups having some, let's say, disadvantages, like you need to clean the machines at least once in the week, manual by hand, to avoid any problems. So it's not possible to clean them only automatic uh, with the taps, and in the stainless steel book you don't need to do it. And this is also one of the reasons why these machines have less breakdowns.
Interesting. Does it mean that they're more expensive if you have so much stainless steel inside?
I would say price-wise, we can compete with the top range of our competition. I don't would say that they are more expensive. Depending with whom you are comparing us, maybe in some of the cases even cheaper, slightly. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult to compare coffee machines price-wise because there are so many different features, and then we are talking also about capacity and so on. So, but if you are really, how we say, comparing Apple with Apple, then you will see that we are not more expensive.
Amazing. That's actually quite curious, right? Because you have actually higher quality different material, but you have actually comparable price or even less in some cases.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the speed, right? Good speed of service is something that we're always talking about in the industry, and how many cups per day per hour you can sell. So if
yeah,
you take the fastest machine out of your range, how many cups per day or per hour they could deliver automated?
yeah. Yes. This again is, let's say, difficult to compare. I would say Melitta in this case is even quite conservative in the numbers we are writing in our catalog. So
Okay.
it's more on the lower side, but you can say the best machine can make easy 350 and more cups per day. And I just came from an event in Saudi, and this machine was doing for 3 days every day 1,000 cups without any issue.
Amazing. So 1,000 cups a day. That's
It's
that's great.
possible. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, it's possible. Then you have to make maybe more preventive maintenance. Or normally, we are calculating the cycles with approximately 40 to 50,000 cups in the year. But if you have a machine same as this doing such a high number of copies per day, then you need to make more preventive maintenance. But in general, it's not a problem.
understood. Understood. Yeah, I'm instantly thinking of the kind of numbers that we normally have in our industry, fuel and convenience. If you think of a petrol station, you would normally have here Middle East on a higher side number of customers on the forecourt.
Yeah,
You're counting that in thousands, right? But then if you step inside the store, the conversion is relatively low. So you have maybe a few hundreds of customers in your store,
yeah.
500, maybe 600 max a day. Not everyone selling coffee, sorry, buying coffee. We would love to sell the coffee to every single one, but I'm just thinking that having, let's say, 200, 300 cups sold daily, that's a very good KPI for petrol stations. And it seems that Melitta Coffee can do just that very, very easily.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So maybe let's talk a little bit about the Middle East, right? So how the Melitta Coffee Professional Coffee Solutions are presented in the Middle East, whether it's all the markets or certain markets. What are the main kind of priority channels for you? So how the business looking for you in the Middle East?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe I mentioned already Melitta is a family-owned company, and we were not so much, let's say, active in the past in Middle East or even in other regions in the world. So more focusing on our core markets. And I'm now here nearly 2 years working for Melitta, and somehow a business developing manager. So I'm trying to develop the market in different segments for Melitta. Uh, as you mentioned before, traditional we are very much connected to McDonald's and also to IKEA somehow. But from the other side, we have also some prestigeful hotels as our clients, like Jumeirah Group, Rochelle Arab. So it means we are covering from lowest expectation in coffee to highest expectations, everything with one and the same machine. And yeah, same as all the others, we try to enter more in other segments, same as petrol stations as well, hotels, offices, QSR chains, and so on.
Amazing. So yeah, so you might say that Melita is starting in the region, so to say, but already have some major clients, right? Jumeirah Group is no joke, right? So everyone everyone
Yeah,
knows that. Um,
yeah,
in terms of the presence, and let's say if tomorrow there's someone making a call and asking, "Hey Ray, can you supply me machines? I don't know, in Kuwait or Bahrain or Egypt? Can you do
yeah,
that? Is it easy for you?"
yeah, absolutely. So we have uh, I would say, in nearly every country in the region present, means one or in some of the big countries even more than one partner doing the service for McDonald's and doing the service for IKEA in these countries. I would say it's also a quality mark for us that we are able to do the service in even remote cities or areas. And yeah, we can deliver machines and coffee everywhere.
Okay, so you can deliver the beans, you can deliver the machines, and you can provide the service as well, right? So maintain them.
Yeah. Of course, we don't sell any machine without service, especially in in the coffee machines fields or service is a key point, and we trained even in the last 2 years here in the region. I would say more than 200 technicians.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about petrol station channel, because I know that you worked with that channel in the past as well in your
Yeah.
previous capacity. So what do you think about the channel and how potentially Melitta could help the players here in the region? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say Melitta would be a match for anybody of the petrol stations. We have excellent machines. We have also excellent coffee. Could be our coffee, could be their own coffee even. So we are quite flexible, even with supporting in terms we have from our side installment payments to support for 2, 3, or even 4 years. Sometimes we have all have standards. We call it Melitta Inside, so connectable to telemetry, and you can get all the data on your desk, on your laptop about coffee consumption, means coffee beans, the milk consumptions, the sales, how many cups from 7 till 8, specified on products and so on. And it can be even connected in the next level to service partners, means getting messages about error messages about service problems, and in best case they can enter inside the system online and they can solve if it's a software issue, they could solve it remotely, or they know at least which parts are needed to replace, and so the service can be done quite fast.
Okay, so you mentioned the telemetric option. So is it something the kind of the analytics, the dashboard, something that you provide as a standard, or
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, it's a standard, and with information going in and out. So it means you are getting information, and also you can send information. So it means, in best case, you sit on your laptop and you are sending a new recipe for a new drink to all your stations, or you can send, for example, let's say a promotion video for all the machines which is running in the display before a client is using the machine.
Amazing. So basically, if I introduce a new drink like cortado on top of the normal cappuccino, I can just send the recipe to the machines and they can start brewing it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Um, I wanted to ask you a question, right? So as a industry professional, and this is a conversation that we're having quite a lot in the fuel and convenience industry. The fully automated machines where you just push the button and here you go, here's your drink, or the barista machine where you can where you should prepare it with the barista and get a bit more skill, because what we feel that the customers have that more premium feel or more premium expectation from the barista um, type of equipment, and potentially you can charge more for that. So what's your take on it? Do you provide both type of machines, and what do you think works better?
Yes, we have both type of machine, but we are more focusing on full automatic machines, for several reasons. So in general, in HoReCa business, not only related to coffee machines, you have less and less people ready to work in or qualified people ready to work in HoReCa business. So the working hours are not so much, let's say, family friendly. Many cases also the payment is not the best compared to other fields, and the stress level is quite high because you are interacting always with a lot of people, and everybody is expecting to get whatever you order very fast, and so on. So less and less people are ready to work in these fields, and that's why I believe automation is the only solution to get the machines more and more automated, and also to reduce the skills for your staff which are working with machines. And um, if you compare a full automatic coffee machine like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, of course, there was a very huge difference in quality of the coffee. But in our days, not only with our machines, also with other from the competition, the coffee extraction is excellent, quite good, and especially with Melitta machines, I know that you can profile the drinks or on such a level that I would say 90% of the people are not able to get the difference in espresso made from a full automatic machine or even a cappuccino and made from a barista. And especially if the barista has a bad day, maybe his wife was shouting at him and he is on bad mood, or he has some salary issues, then the chance to get a very bad coffee is quite high. And this issue you don't have with a full automatic machine at all. So yeah, as I said, if you have a good technician and somebody who understands about coffee, he will profile use a machine and program use a machine to such an extension that the coffee is really very, very, very much close to a traditional coffee with a barista in good mood. And so you will have this kind of coffee repeating on a day, and a barista always has some limitations. So when the stress level is high and he need to increase the speed, so the first 5 espressi and first 5 cappuccini are maybe excellent, and then you will see how the curve goes down. And all this with a machine you don't have.
Right, right. Yeah. So human errors, yeah, and consistency issues, that's something that would be
And
eliminated. Yeah.
yeah, and the next point is even let's say you can modify the machines and create somehow a hybrid machine. So means that the machine is having, for example, a steam vent, an automized steam vent where you just press on the button, you get your milk foam produced, and then the person which is handling the machine, they can do a latte art cappuccino by this way without having the skills of making the milk foam and making the coffee. By, same as in a traditional machine. So again, big support from the machine side to the person who is working with the machine, so they don't need to have the same skills as a good barista.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think the element of the art of the kind of the show of the coffee shop, when you hear the sounds of beans being grounded, someone is filling the grounded coffee, and putting the all the elements in place. So you hear the sounds, you hear the smells. Um, that gives you the atmosphere of a cafe, and it
Yeah,
seems that you have kind of a way how to automate some of the elements of that process, but still have the kind of visible experience of a professional coffee, right?
Exactly. We still are able to transport somehow the atmosphere of a traditional coffee shop by this way, and yeah, to make
Okay.
it much as possible automized.
Okay. No, that sounds very interesting. Another point that I wanted to check with you is here in the region, especially but around the globe as well, people getting more and more sophisticated with their coffees, right?
Yeah.
So the origin of the beans, the kind of level of the roast, and also the milk. Yeah. So a lot of the alternative milk, nut-based or oat-based, and so on and on. Right. So how you go about that customization? Because with the barista, it's easy. You just tell him what they want, and they will do it. With the automated machines, how you go about it?
Yeah, we have different models, and some of the models, for example, they have the option of not only two grinders, up three or four even. And it's not only this that you have four grinders or three grinders with three different coffees. Even you could program the machines that it makes a blend from the grinders you have from the
Okay.
different beans, and uh, in our new machines is CT8 Plus. You have the option of up to four different milks. So you can have an almond milk, you could have an oat milk, uh, normal milk, and maybe a lactose-free milk or what. So you have more and more option. Milk side, you have the option from up to four grinders for four different beans. Even it could be that you use one of the grinder for filter coffee, so a complete different way of preparation of the coffee. And then additional, we have also an aroma station, so with different syrups, up to five different syrups, and so you could get also their different flavors in the coffee.
Okay, amazing. So full customization, no human errors. Sounds like a dream.
Yeah, a dream which can become true. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me turn to the let's say audience that we have today. We have my colleague Karim joining us for this webcast live. Thank you, Karim, for joining. Maybe you have any thoughts, any questions that you might want to ask Ray on the Melitta machines.
Uh, Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Uh,
meet you too.
I don't have, yeah, I don't have any questions, but I do have a remark that's interesting that Nikolay brought up. Yes, when I go to a coffee place, so right now where I work, we have a fully automated coffee machine, and it does everything. And it's much more expensive than the regular one. But I would love to see people grinding, tamping, putting the proper pressure with their hands on the coffee to feel authentic. I don't know. And this is a habit that we need to work on changing together because I definitely see the benefit of automation. Yeah.
First of all, that the machines which you see today in the specialty coffee shop, if you put the full setup in place, means the grinder and the machine, are even more expensive than the full automatic coffee machine which we are providing. And if you are calculating also the person which has to operate it at the end, though in semi-automatic or traditional coffee machine, in best case can be even much more expensive than having a full automatic machine.
So yeah, I think the point here is how to create the
Yeah.
experience for the
But
consumer,
Yes,
right?
automatic
Because
gives
I
you
think
yeah,
from
yeah.
from business side of things. Sorry, Karim, yeah, go ahead.
consistency.
You're breaking up a little bit. Can anyway, yeah, I think the idea that from the business point of
Yeah,
view,
yeah. No,
it
I
makes
was
total sense to
referring to what I was
automate.
going to say, that automatic is much better. Hello? Yes,
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's
for the
just a
consistency.
delay. You hear us with a long delay.
Got you.
Yeah, in general, I would say that there is a place for everything. So if you go to a specialty coffee shop, then you go there for the atmosphere, for the aroma, for the action of the barista, for how he is preparing the coffee, for the show, everything. But if you go to other places where you have a higher demand on coffee and a different atmosphere, this, in my opinion, is more a place for automatic coffee machine. So still there is a place for traditional, and also me, would not like to miss it. But there are also a lot of places where you let's say the amount of coffee which is needed there make it necessary to have full automatic coffee machines. So it starts maybe in your hotel, in the breakfast area, when you have a lot of people in a big hotel going for breakfast. So nobody in these places is willing to wait long for coffee for his breakfast. So a full automatic machine is for sure the better solution. And it goes also back to our petrol stations where everybody is in rush. You just jump in to grab a coffee and to go out and to continue his drive. So I would say there are also a full automatic coffee machine is the best solution.
Yeah, I think there are definitely markets for both type of solutions, and as we discussed, there's some kind of mixture of the two worlds,
Yeah,
where it's automated but still gives you some flavor of being prepared manually. And another application that I was just thinking about is actually unmanned environment. If you have lounges or unmanned stores,
yeah,
less relevant for the Middle East, I guess, but in Europe you have increasing number of, let's say, EV charging destinations where you have a waiting lounge, and in that kind of environment, having fully automated machine makes total sense.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So before we're closing this lovely conversation, any final remarks from your side, Ray?
I'm
I'm good.
just
Thank
happy
you
to
so
get the
much.
chance to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you, Karim. Yeah. Ray?
Yeah, as I said, I'm just happy to get the chance to represent Melitta to the community and hope to see everybody soon in life.
Absolutely. So for those who will be watching this, how they can find you, where to go?
Where they go? Most probably in UAE, in Abu Dhabi or Al Ain or Dubai, and on my trips in Middle East, of course, and not so much important to find me, better to find our machines. So hopefully in the future in much more places.
Okay, perfect. Lovely. Thank you so much, Ray, for your time and your insights. And yeah, let's close on this. And yeah, I hope everyone who is on this call and who's watching this will have a lovely cup of coffee just next. Thank you.
Nothing to add. Thank you.